Morning. How are you guys doing? I miss you. We're going to jump right into this lesson today, and we're going to skip through the parts that we obviously cannot do. So we're to the point in the story where we're after the crucifixion, and he's in the tomb. And I would have asked you some questions as we go through the story. So the first question would have been, what would you have done after, you've seen Jesus die? So you might have lost some faith, you might have cried, you might have run away. Could have been some possible answers from you. And then because it was the Sabbath day, they couldn't tend to his body, but Mary Magdalene didn't care, so she came back on Sunday morning to sort of do the burial practices that they did at the time. So what do you think it would be like to come to a dark tomb? So it might have been kind of scary, kind of sad, very quiet. When she got there, the stone was rolled away and the tomb was empty. So Mary ran back and told Peter and John. What did Mary think had happened to Jesus' body? So what would you have thought? She didn't think that he, got up and walked away. She probably thought someone had taken his body and was very upset because she's there to care for his body. She wants to make sure the proper things are done. But what had really happened? Jesus had come back to life. So when we told the story, we would have found a dark place in the church. We probably would have closed ourselves in one of the bigger closets. And at that point, I would have lit a trick candle. So why didn't anyone expect Jesus to come back to life? Well, people believe in this world you can't come back to life, and even if he told them that he was going to, they don't believe that it's possible. Mary didn't know what to think. Peter and John went back home, but Mary stayed in the tomb crying. Suddenly 2 angels appeared in the tomb and asked why she was crying. So what would it be like to see 2 angels suddenly? It'd probably be pretty mind-blowing. Maybe, I don't know, whatever your answers would be. So Mary, so then Mary turned around and saw a man standing in the garden. The man also asked why she was crying. Mary asked, "Did you take him away, sir? Tell me where you put him, and I will get him." The man said, "Mary." Suddenly Mary recognized the man. Mary said, "Teacher." Mary wasn't sad or frightened anymore. She found out that God's power is greater than anything, even death. So all of the sorrow and all of the pain that she was feeling as soon as she recognized him completely transformed into joy and peace again. So the trick candle that I don't really have, that I would be lighting in the closet right now, what it does is it goes out, and it comes back, and it goes out. So the next question would have been, how is Jesus coming back to life like the candle? And I guess the most common answer would probably be something about, you think it's out, you think it's dead, but then it comes back. But it's different because, if we put out the candle, it can be put out permanently. Jesus cannot ever be put out permanently. He has conquered the power of death. So as Jesus' followers, we have that power also. And so basically we're going to have to face death as well and realize that it's not real, and then live on in eternal life. So we would have done an Easter egg hunt with popcorn. The popcorn would have represented life. We would have had a little popper, and then at the end we would have prayed. So, dear God, thank you that Jesus lives. Thank you for the power you have in our lives today. Help us to serve you well. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you. See you guys later.